Hi everyone and welcome back to our channel. I'm Mia and this is Alberto, your business coach. Today we're going to talk about how to use the business model Canva for maximum impact with a strong focus on the ideal customer profile along with their journey.
That's a great topic, Mia, and we'll see along this journey that it's really not just about filling boxes, having a strategic perspective behind everything and see how everything aligns. And we'll illustrate this with our bakery example.
Awesome. So if you're ready to move past the basic business planning and embrace a more customer-centric approach, let's get to it.
All right, Mia. So now we have an idea to start our own bakery shop, right? So to start off, we want to be strategic about it. So we were introducing a tool today called the business model canvas. The business model canvas is a template where it forces us to think about the business from very standardized ways. So the first thing we can look at is something called customer segment. And there's more boxes inside this template, but essentially forces us to have a more holistic approach and view of the business. And then the customer segment is the first thing that we have to do. And the most important thing is we have to strategic understand what kind of problem we're solving for this customer and what kind of values does it bring for each interaction. Is there a sustainable market for it?
So it's not about identifying a customer, but the ideal customer and understanding their journey.
Precisely. So we'll use the business model canvas and follow their concepts, but we're gonna take a little spin of our own and have that framework of understanding the customer journey as we answer every question. So let's start with the customer segment. So in the customer segment, what are the points that we should be looking for? And we can look at demographics. Essentially are we talking about age? We're talking about income, right? We're talking about a customer that's just wants to go in really quickly, get their stuff and get out. We're talking about customers that want some sort of experience. So the next step is we can break it down into psychograph. And psychograph is about their values. Are they health conscious, not health conscious? Do they value price over quality, quantity over quality? And then the third part we can look is behavioral. And the behavior is how many times a week they're looking for this type of product. Are they loyal to their brand or not? Or price is the only thing that matters. And one point that I want to spin to our own version is that the business model canvas doesn't really address competitors. So in this episode, what I want us to have a different perspective is to, instead of doing the business model canvas for our own business right now, we should start by evaluating and going through the process or the exercise by looking at our competitors first, because sometimes that way it will give us some clarity on why our competitors are doing the way they're doing. So it may give us some enlightenment, so by the time we're doing ours, we'll be more empowered with more information and we can be more strategic on the way we do things.
This is much more strategic than just saying we sell cake to everyone.
Correct. And then the next one we're gonna go is into value proposition. As you pointed out, value propositions are not just one single point statement. You have to take into consideration the whole customer journey. And that value proposition, in our example of our bakery, we can break down into also 4 points. Awareness, what draws the customers initially? It may be because you partner with a social media influencer and they went and did a content and showed that you have the best crust, or is just because they saw you putting a sign in the front of your store. Then the second thing is consideration. Consideration is what makes them really take the time to think about wanting what you're offering. Is because perhaps they're self-conscious and you've put a little sign there saying that you're non-GMO, gluten-free, right? And then decision is what makes them really want to buy it at this moment. It could be because on your sign you're also saying, hey, I'm just opening, we're doing 50% off. Or because you literally open your store in front of where they live, right? Convenience. And the last thing is retention, what makes them keep coming back. And it boils down to consistency. If they go the first time, they love it. They go the second time, they quite don't have the same experience. They'll most likely be disappointed and they won't come back on the third time anymore.
So the business model Canva helps you map out each step that the customer have with the business?
Precisely. And this approach that we're suggesting will apply to all other boxes in this business model canvas, right? We have what are distribution channels, like how do we actually reach out and how do customers learn about us, right? Social media is a distribution channel, newspapers are a distribution channel, magazines, paid collaborations, these are all distribution channels. Then we have customer relationships. How do we build brand loyalty? How do we build engagement? Then the next box is revenue streams, right? How many ways can we actually make sure that we're making money out of that customer? If they come just for the croissant, can we upsell them on extra cream cheese, extra almond? Will they want some coffee? Do they want a little piece of cookie or dessert or cake? And then we have key activities, key resources, and your cost structure. These are all touch points that it's what we call like the back of your office. What are the things that you need to do that your customer doesn't really see it?
This is a much more dynamic and customer-centered way of looking at the business model canvas.
It is definitely the way we're suggesting how to build a sustainable and thriving business. It's about understanding how to cater to your customers' every needs along their journey. By using this suggested perspective of the business model canvas and looking at ICP, you're not just creating a business, but you're catering throughout every step. You're validating your idea from a holistic perspective that drives growth and brand loyalty.
This has completely changed my perspective of how to use this tool. It's not just a static plan, it's a dynamic framework for customer engagement.
Exactly, Mia. And I encourage everyone to use the business model canvas and have our framework, a look at ICP's ideal customer profiles, and also having that pre-work being done by using the tool to assess our competitors. This is the way that you're going to be able to uncover invaluable insights.
Awesome. I'm learning a lot with our sessions. And if people want to learn more about this with you, Alberto, what's the way that they can connect with you?
Let's do something different this time, Mia. The best way people can connect with us is through the comment section on the video. We'll make sure that if they ask any questions about their business, we'll be answering in a timely manner. And if they're looking for a deeper type of expertise, they can reach out on our website through our contact box or email. And that's it, guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, notification bell, and we'll see each other in the next episode.